What's up, people? What's up, people? Welcome back to another exciting edition of LOL After Dark, your favorite show with the always fantastic Marina Saray.
Hey guys. And yes, good time.
Yeah, we talking about polygamy, baby. We about to go ham tonight. We talking about all that fantastic stuff. Guys have always wanted 2 women, 3 women. In the Bible, some of these dudes had harem. Right? They had a harem of women. And who you got? You got the Mormons, African dudes. Everybody got 2, 3 wives. Jerema, what is up with polygamy?
Listen, as far as I know, polygamy is what? One man, multiple wives. The last I heard, Haas, it was illegal in the United States of America. I'm wrong?
Polygamy is illegal in the United States, except I think Utah.
Oh, really?
Yes. Now, it's actually called polygamy, right? That's where polygamy is a man with 2 or more women. And let me make sure I say this right. Polyandry is a woman with 2 or more spouses.
Okay.
Okay. Now, let's just get down to the nitty-gritty.
Let's do it.
Is there anything wrong with a man having more than one woman?
There's something wrong with it depending on why he has multiple women. Like, does he have multiple women because he's trying to fill some kind of void that he has? If that's the case, then maybe there may be an issue there. How many women is too many women? Great question. I mean, for a lot of women, more than one is too many. For a lot of women, I would say, maybe even majority of women, more than one is way too many. Women are expensive. Women require attention, love, and care. And how can one man give 2 women that? I'm just saying. I'm just asking.
Okay.
Suggesting a man can. I'm just asking the question.
That's a fair question. How can one man keep up with, afford, pleasure, love multiple women?
Yeah.
Now, in the Bible, if I'm wrong, don't smite me, y'all. Don't smite me. But didn't King Solomon have a harem?
He had a lot of women, yes.
He had a lot of women's, baby.
So did his daddy David.
Okay, and David had him women's too. They knew the art of macking back then. So, is it okay to have multiple partners if your finances are a little better?
For me, it's a really tricky topic and a real tricky conversation. It depends on the relationship between the man and his women. If everybody is on board with it, who you? But what becomes tricky is if one person begins to feel a kind of way about the other women, now you're talking about everything unraveling. Now you're talking about the man having hell to pay. Because a lot of times I feel a lot of women can't handle being one of many, being in an open relationship, being in an open situation with their man. A lot of women can't really handle it, especially when that woman feels as though that man is giving another woman more attention. Or if she's been with him longer than the other women, she might feel a certain kind of way. Well, why you all up in her face? Why you over there all the time? What is something about her better than me? And then that starts to trigger something in a woman that causes jealousy, envy, You know what I mean? So I really feel like it just depends on the communication of everybody involved. And I have a thought. I feel like polygamy, or let's just say a man with multiple women, that's a guy thing. Ain't no woman came up with that. Didn't know that didn't originate with no woman.
Nah, that's not fair. That's not fair. That's not fair. That's reverse pimpery, baby. You talking reverse pimpery. Uh-uh. I'm pretty sure that a woman did come up with that.
Why?
She said, you know what, baby? I love you so much. You can have her too, and her, and me.
Mm,
And he was like, yeah, baby.
I don't believe that. I don't believe it one bit.
Oh, she's a hater, y'all. Send the beehive after her. She's a hater. She don't know. She don't.
Yeah. So I think, interestingly enough, I do feel like one man can
Mhm.
actually love two or more women.
Yeah.
I believe that he can love. But when we're all is said and done, just because he loves them doesn't mean that he's in love with them. Because really, a man can only be in love with one woman.
Oh,
Love in general, love meaning care for, care about, respect more than one woman. But a man cannot be in love with more than one woman. I'm sorry.
nah. Nope. Fellas, help me out. First of all, in love versus loving is quote unquote, that's just a made up term. Okay. I'm in love with somebody versus I love somebody. I mean, who can quantify that? You know, I think that a man can be in love with many women and have that same passion and love and respect and energy for all of them equally. I think he can. Now, if men didn't have to sneak around and do this, right? If you could,
saying that.
yes, okay. And
Because
the only reason,
why is there sneaking?
because you women don't allow it. If it was allowed, then the man wouldn't have to sneak, and there could be big love. He could love all these women equally because he wouldn't have to sneak and do it and make it appear that one is getting more love than the other. They could all be loved equally and live in this man's kingdom, as they do in many countries in West Africa, in many parts of the world where polygamy is accepted.
Okay.
And you know what I'm saying? And you don't have to sneak around and do it. You just do it, and everybody's cool with it.
Okay. Everybody's cool with it. So, question:
Yeah,
can a woman have two men, and y'all be just as cool with it as y'all want us to be with y'all having multiple women?
absolutely.
So you think a man? We're African Americans, right? Let's talk about Black men can really handle their woman having two men.
If you on the level, if you have ascended, listen to me, fellas. If you have ascended as a human, as a spiritual human being, beyond jealousy, yes. If you have ascended to this level and you are a master of your emotions, which 9 out of 10 people are not.
Yes, that's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? So if you have ascended beyond jealousy and beyond pettiness and the feeling of this is mine, which is not, you came into this world by yourself. You're gonna leave this world most likely by yourself. So you don't own nothing. I own nothing. Therefore, I don't own the person I'm dating either. So if you could look at it from that perspective, and you have ascended to that level where you're not having those emotions, then yes, a man should be able to handle a woman having two loves because really she loved men before you, and after she stopped dating your ass, she gonna love men after you. So if you know what I'm saying, you just in the middle for right now.
Just in the middle.
You just in the middle. You just the one getting the attention while she's in your face.
Right, right.
So,
I have a question. So could you handle being man number 2 in a woman's life?
whew, I don't want to say the wrong thing to our listeners out there, but in a nutshell, yes. Yes. I feel I have ascended to that level that, you know what? Cause look, as we had stated earlier, there's nothing wrong with pleasure. And in our society, we have this guilt that we put on people for experiencing pleasure. It's like, okay, you don't mind if your girl goes out and has a good time with her girlfriends.
Right.
You don't mind if she goes bowling or goes to a party or something, but as long as she's not getting any pleasure, it's cool.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? And what's so wrong with getting pleasure?
Nothing. Not a thing.
It is.
All about how you obtain your pleasure. It's all about, come on, like you can't just be getting pleasure in your kind of way.
Why not? Pleasure's pleasure.
It's a way to do things.
So because I'm dating a woman, now all of a sudden I gotta dictate how she gets her pleasure? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. And because she's dating me, all of a sudden I can't get the pleasure the way I want to get it anymore. I can't, you know what I'm saying? I can't go have no fun.
And you saying you're just dating her. This is not a woman you're in a committed situation with. You're not in a committed.
Oh, that committed word. Well, you know what committed means? You're in that rubber room. You got that what they call it? The that
Straight
suit. Yeah, you got the straight jacket on. You're committed, boy. Put them on Thorazine.
Oh, I hate that.
1,000 milligrams. Yeah.
What is it? It's like being confined.
Confined. Yeah, confined. Are we confining people by dating them?
It's a good question.
Talk to us. Are we confining people by dating them that we can't see human pleasure anymore happening? That this person can't have any happiness besides your ass? That's why people get cheated on. You see, you keep thinking.
No, excuse me. People get cheated on because men are immature and play games.
Beehive, come on, y'all.
I'm just saying. Yes.
Come on, y'all.
But I'm saying no. Don't do that. Nope. I ain't going for it tonight, Hans. I ain't going.
Come on, y'all. Come on. Y'all got, look, I got to take my, come on. Y'all got to be on my side here. Come on, y'all. Listen.
It's a little tricky, though. It's a little tricky. I'm trying to navigate through how I feel about this. I feel like when you are in a committed situation, I'm not going to call it a situation. When you are when you lead a person to believe that you want them and only them, then it becomes an understanding that no other person should be able to penetrate the relationship in which you're in. If you lead that person to believe that you want them and only them, don't get mad if they get upset that you cheated. Because right?
Truth be told, nobody actually says that. This is an open assumption. I've never said to a woman, oh, baby, I just want to be with you and only you and nobody else. I never physically actually articulated those words in that form. I may have showered her with attention, love, gifts, and energy, but I never said that. So she assumed it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She assumed that,
right.
And therefore that was what it was supposed to become. Now, in the beginning, when we first start dating, when we a lot younger, we might assume that, but nowadays I don't assume that a woman is necessarily only dating me. I assume there's a few of me floating around there.
Really?
Oh yeah, baby.
What moment do you know that there aren't a few of you floating around?
I think that thought process,
Mhm.
that full single person thought process might only come about when a person has reached a certain level of disability, as I said before, or maturity that they just beyond the age of doing anything else.
Mhm.
But as happy, healthy beings, I assume that any woman I'm seeing or dating is seeing other people.
Mhm. Do
She,
you, do you ever have you ever loved one woman? Have you ever
yeah,
been in love with a woman?
sure, sure.
Okay.
How do you even quantify that? You know, to say that, okay, that I could easily say, it didn't work out, or it was BS because I'm not with that person. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But at the same time, I gotta say that for the time that that feeling was there, it was wonderful. It was great. But there was always that little bit in the back of my mind that she's doing something. Yeah.
And having that feeling of being in love with that one particular woman, it didn't give you a feeling of wanting to just be with her and only her as a man. Because I honestly feel like innately
Mm-hmm.
men are designed to be with just one woman. I really do believe it that men are designed to be with one, to 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 live their life with one woman, to build with one woman, not multiple women, but in general, I really do believe that there is something innate that a man ultimately will seek out one woman. I've known many men in the past who were players. They slept with this one, they slept with that one. They may have had a girlfriend at home, but they still sticking it here, sticking it there. And then eventually they came to a place of, I'm tired of that lifestyle. Why get tired of it if this is what it's supposed to be? The reality is it's not supposed to be that. That's why men get tired of sticking it here, sticking it there, sticking it everywhere, living that kind of lifestyle, right or wrong.
I disagree.
Okay.
I disagree. Now, the reason why I disagree is because if you look at nature, what God has created on this planet,
Mhm.
there are maybe three, maybe four species
Mhm.
that only have one mate. It's like a penguin, a bumblebee, some kind of whale or something like that.
Only has.
Yes. Every other species
Mhm.
has a different mate every season.
Okay.
Okay? None
Uh,
of them just stick together and just say, you know what, we're going to ride it out. So in my heart, I feel that that's a human thing because we have the power of reasoning and we have the emotions of jealousy and obsessiveness and possessiveness that we feel that we should only be that we've created this system for ourselves called dating and called quote unquote love and and called marriage. These are not real things that exist in nature. These are not natural things. These are things that human beings try to bring about.
okay.
So we force ourselves to say, I love this person. I only want to be with this person. But 99% of the time, I'm not going to say 99%, maybe 90% of the time, that doesn't work. That doesn't work because it's not a natural thing. It's you're forcing it to happen. You're forcing yourself every day to say, I'm going to deal with this person's BS, their lies, their stench, their whatever they're coming with, along with the good stuff, of course, too, and try to just stick with them. People have created this system and they force themselves to act like there's nothing else going on outside. There's no other women. There's no other men. There's no other people they'd rather be hanging out with. getting to know, being intimate with, having fun with, except this one person. Sometimes that's cool, but most of the time, which is the reason why you are not with the first person you ever dated, I'm not with the first person I ever dated. Most of the time, that lasts for a while, but then it comes to a point where you just say, you know what, I've had it with this person, I'm done, and I'm going to see someone else and see if I can do it all over again. And what's the definition of insanity? Repeating the same thing over and over and over.
What do you think? People who need more than one lover, more than one mate, what do you think the need is that causes them to want more than one? Is it just the need for sex thing?
Pleasure, and attention. People want attention. They want to feel wanted. We want to feel wanted and appreciated.
So if a person has multiple partners because they want to feel needed and wanted and for attention, is there not something broken in them as a person that they have a need, that kind of need, where they're fulfilling it with multiple people?
No. Nope.
Just curious.
Nope.
Why does commitment have to become some kind of death sentence? Some kind of system in which your life has ended and you can no longer appreciate the socialize. And why does it have to be that way?
Well, they have that line right in the vows, till death do us part.
True.
Now, I'm not against love. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe in good partnerships. If you find somebody that can capture your imagination, and I've had women, and I'm sure you've had men, and all of you guys out there have had people who have captured your imagination, and you've had the greatest time ever with this person. Hopefully you're still with them. You're probably not, but if you, hopefully you still are, and you make it work. You have a blast. You see, and that's what life is all about. And then you go, and once it's all over, and they're sick of you, and you're sick of them, you go do it all over again. Ladies and gentlemen, we implore you. We are not beating up on relationships. All we're talking about is polygamy here tonight. Can one person, male or female, love you, and you? Right or wrong or right, you let us know. Drop it below in the comments. Let us know what you think about polygamy and people loving multiple partners. Can it work? Is it okay? Do you have a problem with it? Are you fine with it? Whew.
Yes.
LOL After Dark, baby. With the always intriguing Jerema Saray. And your boy House Eddie. Catch you on the next.